Sherrilyn Kenyon is a best-selling U.S. writer. Under her own name she writes urban fantasy, and is best known for her Dark Hunter series. Under the pseudonym Kinley MacGregor she wrote historicals also with paranormal elements. Kenyon's novels have an international following with over 30 million copies in print in over 100 countries. Under both names, her books have appeared at the top of the New York Times, Publishers Weekly, and USA Today lists, and they are frequent bestsellers in Germany, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Early life: Sherrilyn Kenyon was born in Columbus, Georgia. Bibliography: novels and short stories may be listed repeatedly because many of her series share the same fictional universe. Written as Sherrilyn Kenyon. The Dark Hunter, Dream Hunter, Were Hunter and Hellchasser universe. Dark Hunter series. The Dark Hunters are immortal warriors pledged to the Greek goddess Artemis and dedicated to defending mankind against demons and other assorted enemies including a couple of rogue gods and goddesses. Novels: Fantasy Lover, Night Pleasures, Night Embrace, Dance with the Devil, Kiss of the Night, Night Play, Seize the Night, Sins of the Night, Unleash the Night, Dark Side of the Moon, Couple, Raven and Susan, Dream Hunter, Devil May Cry, Upon the Midnight Clear, Dream Chaser, Attribution, One Silent Night, Dream Warrior, Bad Moon Rising, No Mercy, Retribution, The Guardian, Time Untime, Styx, Son of No One, Dragonbin, Dragonmark, Dragon Sworn, Battleborn. Audiobooks: all books in the Dark Hunter series are available on audio. Supplements: The Dark Hunter Companion, co-author Alethea Contis, Dark Hunter, An Insider's Guide, an enhanced ebook. Short stories: The Beginning, also in the back of Sins of the Night early print editions. Note: this short story appears as a chapter in Attribution, Part 1 Greece, 7382 BC, Dragonswan, short story in the anthology Tapestry, published by Jove. Reprinted singly by Berkeley. Reprinted in the anthology Another World, published by Penguin Group. Manga: The Dark Hunter, Volume 1, The Dark Hunter, Volume 2, The Dark Hunter, Volume 3, The Dark Hunter, Volume 4. Omnibuses and box sets: Night Pleasures and Night Embrace, The Dark Hunter Novels Boxed Set, The Dark Hunter Novels Boxed Set. Dream Hunter series. The Dream Hunter, Upon the Midnight Clear, Dream Chaser, Dream Warrior, The Guardian. Were Hunter series. Novels: Dance with the Devil, Night Play, Unleash the Night, Dark Side of the Moon, hardcover ISBN 0-312-35743-5, paperback ISBN 0-312-93434-3, Bad Moon Rising, No Mercy, Retribution, The Guardian, Time Untime, Son of No One, Dragonbin, Dragonmark, St. Martin's Press, August 2, 2016, Dragon Sworn. Short story: Dragonswan, short story in the anthology Tapestry, published by Jove. Reprinted singly by Berkeley. Reprinted in the anthology Another World, published by Penguin Group. Hellchasser series. Novels: Bad Moon Rising, The Guardian, Time Untime, Son of No One, Dragonbin, Deadman Walking, Death Doesn't Bargain, At Death's Door. Short story: Where Angels Fear to Tread, short story in the anthology Bloodlight. Reprinted in Dark Hunter, An Insider's Guide. The Chronicles of Nick series. A young adult series: Infinity, Invincible, Infamous, Inferno, Illusion, Instinct, Envision, Intensity, Indestructible, Tentative. Dead Man's Cross series. Deadman Walking, Death Doesn't Bargain, At Death's Door. Other omnibus. Dark Bites, a collection of the short stories that Sherry has written for St. Martin's Press and will feature Fear the Darkness, a new short story with Attribution as the lead, and updates on other characters. House of the Rising Sun, is the story of Aracles and Batimars, Phantom Lover, Vaden's story that was first in Midnight Pleasures, Winterborn, Dante and Pandora that was first in Stroke of Midnight, A Dark Hunter Christmas, Gallagher originally posted online, Until Death Do We Part, originally published in Love at First Bite Anthology, A Hard Day's Night Searcher, originally published in My Big Fat Supernatural Wedding Anthology, Shadow of the Moon, originally published in Dead After Dark, Fear the Darkness, originally a digital download for her fans. It is a little piece of Nick after his mother died, Where Angels Fear to Tread, originally published in the Bloodlight Anthology, Love Bites, originally published in Naughty or Nice, Santa Wears Spurs, originally published in All I Want for Christmas Anthology. Written as Kinley MacGregor, Redemption, a bonus scene from The Guardian. Other short stories Phantom Lover, short story in the anthology Midnight Pleasures, A Dark Hunter Christmas, in the Dark Hunter Companion. Also in the back of Dance with the Devil early print editions. Reprinted in Dark Hunter, An Insider's Guide, Winterborn, short story in the anthology Stroke of Midnight, Second Chances, short story in exclusive Dark Hunter collectible booklet, free giveaway. Reprinted in the Dark Hunter Companion. Reprinted in Dark Hunter, An Insider's Guide, A Hard Day's Night Searcher, short story in the anthology My Big Fat Supernatural Wedding, Until Death We Do Part, short story in the anthology Love at First Bite, Fear the Darkness, free short story book. Reprinted in Dark Hunter, An Insider's Guide, Shadow of the Moon, short story in the anthology Dead After Dark, Redemption, a bonus scene from The Guardian, free short story. Other novel Fantasy Lover. BAD Agency Series. Novels Bad Attitude, Phantom in the Night, co-author Diana Love, Whispered Lies, co-author Diana Love, Silent Truth, co-author Diana Love. Short stories Bad to the Bone, in the anthology Big Guns Out of Uniform, Captivated by You, in the anthology Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, Three Tales of Erotic Romance, Turn Up the Heat, in the anthology Playing Easy to Get, Just Bad Enough, short story, co-author Diana Love, in anthology Deadly Promises, Bad Mission, short story in the anthology Thriller 3, Love is Murder. Omnibuses Born to be BAD, a reprint of the Bad Stories plus a new short story called One Bad Night. A BAD collection includes e-books of Phantom in the Night, Whispered Lies, Silent Truth, and an excerpt from Alterant. The League series. Nemesis Rising, Born of Night, Born of Fire, Born of Shadows, Born of Silence, Cloak and Silence, Born of Fury, Born of Defiance, Born of Betrayal, Born of Legend, Born of Vengeance, Born of Trouble, Born of Darkness. Nemesis Legacy, Born of Ice, Fire and Ice in the anthology Man of My Dreams, published by Penguin Group US. Rewritten and re-released in the anthology Another World, published by Penguin Group. Bellador, the first 4 novels in this series is co-authored with Diana Love. Later novels will be written solely by Diana. Novels Blood Trinity, Alterant, The Curse, Rise of the Griffin. Short story Firebound, free short story. Lords of Avalon graphic novels, Sword of Darkness co-written by Robin Firth, paperback ISBN 0-7851-2767-4 ISBN August 12, 2009, Night of Darkness written by Robin Firth. Other novels and novellas, Demon's Angel, Love Bites, in the anthology Naughty or Nice, Nightly Dreams, in the anthology What Dreams May Come. Essays, The Search of Spike's Balls, in 7 seasons of Buffy edited by Ben Bella, Parting Gifts, in 5 seasons of Angel edited by Glenn Yeffith. Non-fiction, The Writer's Guide to Everyday Life in the Middle Ages, The Writer's Complete Fantasy Reference, an indispensable compendium of myth and magic, The Writer's Digest Character Naming Sourcebook, with Hal Blythe and Charlie Sweet, The Writer's Digest Character Naming Sourcebook, 2nd ed. Written as Kinley MacGregor published by Avon unless noted otherwise. The Seawolves series, Master of Seduction, A Pirate of Her Own. The McAllisters series. Novels Master of Desire, Claiming the Highlander, Born in Sin, Taming the Scotsman, The Warrior. Short story Midsummer's Night, in the anthology Where's My Hero? Brotherhood of the Sword series. Novels: Master of Desire, Born in Sin, A Dark Champion, Return of the Warrior, The Warrior. Short story Midsummer's Night, in the anthology Where's My Hero? Lords of Avalon series. Novels Sword of Darkness, ISBN 0-06-056544-6, Night of Darkness, Son of No One, Dragonbin, Dragonmach, Darkness Within. Short story The Wager, in the anthology Elemental, the Tsunami Relief Anthology, Stories of Science Fiction and Fantasy. Comics Sword of Darkness, Issue 1, co-written by Robin Gillespie, penciled by Tommy Otsuka, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Sword of Darkness, Issue 2, co-written by Robin Firth, penciled by Tommy Otsuka, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Sword of Darkness, Issue 3, co-written by Robin Firth, penciled by Tommy Otsuka, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Sword of Darkness, Issue 4, written by Robin Firth, penciled by Tommy Otsuka, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Sword of Darkness, Issue 5, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Guru EFX, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Sword of Darkness, Issue 6, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Guru EFX, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 1, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Yana Sharma, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 2, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Yana Sharma, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 3, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Chris Sotomayor, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 4, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Chris Sotomayor, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 5, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Chris Sotomayor, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Night of Darkness, Issue 6, written by Robin Firth, inked by Tommy Otsuka, colored by Chris Sotomayor, lettered by Bill Tortellini. Other novels and novellas: Santa Wears Spurs, in the anthology All I Want for Christmas. Awards: Sherrilyn Kenyon has received numerous nominations and awards both under her real name and as Kinley MacGregor. 2001 and earlier. Maggie Award of Excellence, MARA Award, Holt Medallion, Heart Rate Reviews Reviewers' Choice Award, Amazon.com's Hot 100, Amazon.com's Movers and Shakers, Amazon.com's Bestseller for 2001, RT Kiz Award, Fool for Love, Afedica Reader's Choice, Sapphire Award, RT Reviewers' Choice Awards. 2002. Top 10 Books of the Year from a WA, Fantasy Lover, Prism, Best Fantasy, Fantasy Lover, Best Light Paranormal, Night Pleasures. Night Pleasures and Fantasy Lover were finalists in the Aspen Gold Contest. Night Pleasures and Fantasy Lover were finalists in the GRW Maggie Award. Night Pleasures won the Holt Medallion. Pearl, Best Shapeshifter, Night Pleasures, Best Fantasy Magical, Fantasy Lover, Best Novella or Short Story, Dragonswan, Best Anthology, Tapestry, with Madeline Hunter, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Lynn Kurland, Karen Marie Munning, Best Overall Paranormal, Honorable Mention, Fantasy Lover. Night Pleasures and Fantasy Lover are double finalists in the Holt Medallion Award. Rio, Favorite Anthology, Tapestry, Favorite Paranormal, Honorable Mention, Fantasy Lover. Laurel Wreath Award for Night Pleasures, Love Romances 2002 Golden Rose Reader Choice Awards winner, Best Historical Romance, Claiming the Highlander, Best Paranormal Romance, Fantasy Lover, Best Novella, Dragonswan, Best Romantic Anthology, Tapestry, Best Medieval Romance, Claiming the Highlander, Best Time Travel, Dragonswan, Best Romantic Sci-Fi Fantasy, Fantasy Lover, RT Book Lovers Reviewers' Choice, Best Historical Anthology, nominee, Tapestry, Best Vampire Romance, Night Pleasures, Best Scottish Historical Romance, Claiming the Highlander. 2002 ABL Huey Awards. Best Anthology, Tapestry, Best New to You Author, Sherrilyn Kenyon. Kinley MacGregor, Favorite Secondary Character. Talon, Funniest Scene, The Handcuffs Scene, Best Line or Quote. Be kind to Dragonsons, for thou art gorgeous when naked and taste good with Cool Whip. Best Medieval Historical Romance, Claiming the Highlander. 2003 Euro 2004 Prism, Best Dark Paranormal, Dance with the Devil, Best Light Paranormal, Night Embrace. Rio, Favorite Paranormal, Dance with the Devil. The Golden Quill for Best Paranormal, Dance with the Devil, the Booksellers Best Award for Born in Sin, Best Long Historical and Dance with the Devil for Best Paranormal. Night Embrace won the contemporary category of the Scarlet Letter Award and is named Grand Champion of all the winners. Night Embrace and Born in Sin won the Hold Medallion, Night Embrace won the Laurie, Born in Sin won the Beacon for Best Historical, Born in Sin won the Yellow Rose for Best Historical, Sapphires for Dance with the Devil and Phantom Lover. Love Romances 2003 Golden Rose Reader Choice Awards winner, Born in Sin, Kinley MacGregor, Best Historical Romance, Dance with the Devil, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Paranormal Romance, Dance with the Devil, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Vampire Romance, Dance with the Devil, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Book Cover Artist Unknown, Phantom Lover. Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Novella, Night Embrace, Sherrilyn Kenyon. Honorable Mention Best Shapeshifter Romance, 2003 RBL Huey Awards, Best Scottish Historical Romance, Born in Sin by Kinley MacGregor, Best Paranormal Romance Dance with the Devil by Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Anthology, Midnight Pleasures by Sherrilyn Kenyon, Amanda Ashley, Maggie Shane, and Rhonda Thompson. And Where's My Hero? By Lisa Kleypas, Julia Quinn, and Kinley MacGregor, Best Cover, Dance with the Devil by Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Author, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Favorite Secondary Character, Attribution, Favorite Secondary Character, Smee, the Sharonti Demon. Funniest Scene, Sin meeting the McAllister brothers after he marries Callie, Best Line or Quote. You know, Sunshine, you need to find a man like that to marry. Someone so well hung that even after 3 or 4 kids, he'd still be wall to wall. Night Pleasures won the Laurel Wreath Award with Fantasy Lover coming in a close second. Pearl, Best Shapeshifter, Honorable Mention, Dance with the Devil, Best Novella or Short Story, Honorable Mention Phantom Lover, Best Anthology, Honorable Mention, Midnight Pleasures, with Sherrilyn Kenyon, Amanda Ashley, Maggie Shane, and Rhonda Thompson. Favorite Overall Paranormal, Honorable Mention, Dance with the Devil. 2005 Euro 2006 Darrell Awards Best Novel, Sins of the Night. Rio Favorite Paranormal, Seize the Night. Pearl Best Paranormal Overall, Sins of the Night, Best Paranormal Overall, Honorable Mention, Unleash the Night, Best Anthology, What Dreams May Come, Best Erotic, Unleash the Night, Best Shapeshifter, Sins of the Night. Sins of the Night was number 5 on Amazon.com's best-selling books of 2005. Fantasy Lover and Night Pleasures are number 6 and number 7 respectively for the best of the decade so far. Love Romances 2005 Golden Rose Reader Choice Awards winner, Best Historical, A Dark Champion, Kinley MacGregor, Best Novella, Winterborn, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Vampire, Seize the Night, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Shapeshifter, Night Play, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Couple, Vane and Bride in Night Play, Sherrilyn Kenyon, Best Cover, Kiss of the Night, Sherrilyn Kenyon. 2007 Devil May Cry was number 2 on New York Times bestsellers hardcover fiction list. 2010 No Mercy on the New York Times bestsellers hardcover fiction list. References. External links, Sherrilyn Kenyon book reviews, Sherrilyn Kenyon's official site, Sherrilyn Kenyon's podcast, bibliography at Sci-Fan, Sherrilyn Kenyon's official MySpace.